Hi, I'm Professor Tania Valdez, and I'm the Clinical Teaching Fellow in the Immigration Law and Policy Clinic. You'll be hearing from my colleague, Professor Christopher Lasch, momentarily. In the ILPC, student attorneys work under our supervision to represent some of the most vulnerable people in society. The majority of our clients are detained at the facility here in Aurora, where about 93% of people are never represented by an attorney. Our clients on the whole are longtime residents of the United States who lack the funds to pay for a lawyer and are fighting to be reunited with their families and communities. ILPC student attorneys work hard to get people out of detention, help their clients get or keep their legal status, and engage in policy projects to work towards systemic change. And today we are happy to present awards to 3 student attorneys who we think have done exceptional work in this arena.
I'm Professor Christopher Lasch. During the fall 2018 semester, Professor Robin Walker Sterling and I launched the Immigration Law and Policy Clinic here at Denver Law. And this year, the Immigration Law and Policy Clinic recognizes 3 of our graduating students as being particularly outstanding: Jenny Regier, Grace Lundergan, and Kim Langona. Our first award recipient is Jenny Regier. Jenny was a member of the inaugural class of the ILPC, and we were so lucky to have her. She came into the clinic with significant immigration experience, having worked at 3 nonprofits, including the Rocky Mountain Immigration Advocacy Network, a legal services organization here in Denver, serving the detained immigrant population. In the ILPC, Jenny expanded her knowledge and her expertise, teaching her fellow students and me along the way. She worked on not 1, not 2, but 3 complex bond cases, and she secured the release of all 3 clients. Her work was creative and insightful. In one instance, she collaborated with a nonprofit and with our social work intern to craft and implement a post-release plan that changed the day, that secured the client's release. In another case, she came up with several creative threshold issues, and one of those was an issue that the immigration judge seized upon in ordering release. And in her third case, Jenny demonstrated a thorough knowledge of the complex legal analysis that immigration judges have to use to analyze the consequences of criminal convictions. Jenny's work convinced first the immigration judge, who ordered our client released on a minimal bond, and then the Board of Immigration Appeals, which rejected the government's appeal on the same issue. I tried to convince Jenny to enroll for a second semester in the ILPC because her work was so strong and her impact on our clients was so positive. But she'd already moved on and was committed to further public interest work. We were really lucky to have you. Congratulations, Jenny. I can't wait to hear about the great work you're getting ready to do. Our second award winner is Grace Lundergan. She was a member of our second class, the spring 2019 class of the ILPC. Grace, like Jenny, also handled a complex bond case. This client had not 1, not 2, but 3 criminal convictions, and each of these 3 convictions had to be analyzed under 2 distinct legal rubrics. Grace's analysis was thorough and of the highest quality. But going beyond that, she also identified and explored several additional creative legal issues pertaining to the possibility that our client had what is known as derived or acquired citizenship. Similarly, in another case, Grace went beyond the surface legal issues that were presented and identified a creative legal issue that she thoroughly investigated and researched. Ultimately, Grace wrote a creative brief that has become the basis for our clinic, raising regular challenges on this particular legal issue. In fact, we're litigating it right now. So Grace, you'd be happy to know that your work has the potential to secure the release of a client right now in the midst of this pandemic that we're all working through. Grace, congratulations. We applaud your commitment to immigration work, and we look forward to seeing the future fruits of your excellent public service lawyering.
And lastly, we are pleased to present the Outstanding Clinic Student Award to Kimberly Langona, who has been a student in the ILPC for both semesters of her 3L year. Kim brought innovation, creativity, and her natural abilities as a leader to the clinic. She works extremely hard and is devoted to being the best advocate she can be for her clients. Kim started out her work in the clinic by volunteering for a case that had the quickest deadline, and then immediately jumped into tackling a challenging legal brief in order to try to get her client out of detention and back home safely to his family. And while Kim is dedicated to the day-to-day activities of being a lawyer, she is also a big picture thinker who challenges the people around her to consider how the systems in which we work can be more just. Kim also achieved a major milestone this semester as she wrote significant portions of a brief filed with the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals. The brief involved challenges to unfair practices by immigration agencies, as well as complex questions of statutory interpretation, including pages on pages of grammatical study regarding concepts distant to many of us, like passive versus active voice, predicate adjectives, and past participles. And just as with her other clinical projects, Kim handled her intense and often very stressful work on the brief with humor, unfailing collegiality, and grace. Kim, we are truly honored to have worked with you this past year, and we cannot wait to see all of the incredible things that you will undoubtedly achieve. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Kim, and congratulations to all three of our award recipients. We've been fortunate to have you, and we can't wait to see what you do next.